High in the majestic Himalayan mountains of Nepal, far away from the noise of cities, lies a world of peace, simplicity, and resilience. Here, the shepherds of Nepal continue a way of life that has been passed down for centuries. Their days are shaped by the rhythm of nature, the needs of their animals, and the breathtaking beauty of their mountain villages. This is not just survival, it is harmony between humans, animals, and the land. At dawn, when the first rays of sunlight touch the snowy peaks, the Himalayan shepherd begins his day. The sound of bells tied to the necks of sheep and goats breaks the silence of the cold morning. Wrapped in warm woolen clothes, the shepherd prepares to lead his animals to the pastures. Life here is tough, but the calmness of the mountains gives strength to every step. The journey of a shepherd begins with gratitude for life, for food, and for the simple joys of village living. In these high-altitude villages, food is more than nourishment, it is survival. Shepherds and their families rely on simple yet hearty meals, made from what the mountains provide. A typical day might begin with steaming butter tea, made from yak butter and salt, giving warmth and energy in the cold climate. For lunch, they may cook lentils, rice, and wild vegetables gathered from the forest. In special times, the shepherds prepare meats lowly roasted over wood fire, seasoned with only salt and herbs. This food is pure, natural, and deeply satisfying. The life of a Himalayan shepherd is not lived alone, it is shared with animals. Sheep, goats, and yaks are the true companions of the shepherd. They provide wool for clothing, milk for nourishment, and meat for survival. Each animal is cared for with patience and love. Watching over them in steep valleys, protecting them from snow leopards and wolves, is a responsibility carried with pride. The bond between shepherd and flock is sacred. It is a relationship of trust built over years. But being a shepherd in the Himalayas is not only about work. It is also about community. In remote villages of Nepal, people live like one big family. Neighbors help each other build homes, harvest crops, and share food during festivals. The children learn from elders by watching and listening, slowly absorbing the wisdom of generations. Women spin wool, weave warm clothes, and prepare food with care, while men guide animals and trade goods in nearby markets. Every role is important and every person belongs. As the day continues, shepherds climb higher with their flocks where grass grows fresh and clean. The silence of the mountains is broken only by the wind, the bleating of goats, and the steady footsteps of the herders. This daily migration teaches patience. Sometimes clouds cover the peaks, snow falls suddenly, or storms arrive without warning. The shepherd knows he cannot fight nature, he can only walk with it. This humility is what makes life in the Himalayas both difficult and beautiful. Evenings in the village are moments of peace. After a long day, the shepherd returns home, tired but content. Smoke rises from chimneys and the smell of food fills the air. Families gather around the fire, sharing stories, laughter, and songs that echo across the valley. Outside, the mountains glow under the moonlight, standing silent as eternal guardians of the land. In this moment, life feels complete, simple, yet rich beyond measure. The shepherd's life in Dolpa, Mustang, or other Himalayan regions is often called the life of the last nomads. Some families still move with their animals season by season, setting up temporary camps in the valleys. This nomadic tradition is slowly disappearing as modern life spreads, but in the high mountains, it still survives. For those who live it, it is not just a tradition, it is an identity, a connection to land and ancestors that cannot be broken. Daily routines may look ordinary, but they are filled with meaning. From tending flocks, milking yaks, cooking food, to weaving clothes and praying to the mountain gods, every act reflects resilience. The shepherd knows that survival is never guaranteed in such harsh landscapes. Yet, he continues with courage because in the end, this life offers something priceless: freedom, peace, and a deep bond with nature. This is the beauty of Himalayan life in Nepal. A life where wealth is not measured in money, but in healthy flocks, good harvests, and strong community ties. A life where children grow up surrounded by mountains, where elders pass down stories, and where every sunrise brings new hope. It is not an easy life, but it is a meaningful one. For the world outside, the Himalayan shepherd may seem poor, isolated, or cut off from modern comforts. But when we look closer, we find wisdom about living in balance, taking only what is needed, and valuing relationships over possessions. Their peaceful existence reminds us of something we often forget in modern life. True happiness comes not from having more, but from living simply and living fully. As the night grows cold, the shepherds of Nepal rest, preparing to begin again tomorrow. The cycle of life continues unchanged, untouched, and eternal, just like the mountains themselves. Their story is a lesson for us all, a reminder that in simplicity lies strength, and in the quiet of the Himalayas, life beats with a rhythm as old as time.